I typed, oh, we're through. Let's go.
We're through.
Hippo Cup is back. Welcome back to Hippo Cup, everyone. We're here with Black Belt and Costco Hot Dog, who actually have players in the lobby before the first map starts. That's pretty cool.
Go.
Never before seen.
Very meaningful match here. Everything in this group feels pretty important because this group is like pretty close in terms of, I think, perceived skill level of these teams, right? Like the A, B, and D seeds were all super solid teams. The C seed, well, they lost 2 of their matches and got 1 point in total, and then they FF'd their last match, so...
Sad.
Oh, they had 3 points, excuse me, sorry. I misread, but still, yeah.
I gotta rip up the challenge again that I closed for some reason.
So we've got...
Oh, no, I didn't. I'm blind.
So we've got Black Belt currently 2-0, so they're in a good spot. Costco Hot Dog 1-0. They won their first match against HP7 Weight Room. Tidal Wave currently 1-1 with a... Wait, how are they 1 Oh, they lost to Costco Hot Dog, I guess. Yeah. Or
Costco Hot Dog. HP7 Weight Room should be 0-3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tidal Wave lost to...
Tidal Wave has not... They lost to Black Belt.
They lost to Black Belt, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
everything makes sense.
The HP7 Weight Room, yeah.
Yeah. We're chilling.
This has like some implications. The last 2 matches of the day are Costco Hot Dog's remaining 2 matches against Black Belt and Tidal Wave, and that's gonna determine kind of how things go with this group. We will see.
Yeah, this is gonna be, I think, you know, I'm not sure what to make of these 2 teams. I think in you know, a matchup between this is an A seed versus a C seed?
It's an A seed versus a D seed.
D
seed. Oh my god,
okay,
I almost knocked my drink over. Wow, that would have been
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is A versus D, but like closer than I think you would anticipate an A versus D seed, especially considering, you know, it's a relatively easy pool.
Yeah, this is definitely not a
Still waiting for the ad ref here. I don't know what the referee's doing.
They are preparing.
Wait, you're a GMT. Can you join the MP and manually ad ref somebody?
No, I have to be ad refed. Only the room creator can.
Yeah, I have to be ad refed. Yeah.
GMTs don't have special perms for that?
We have perms for certain things. It's just like MP commands are the one thing that you need an ad ref for.
Okay. Because I know you can go in and talk, right, without needing ad ref.
Yeah.
You can't use MP commands without needing ad ref?
Yeah, no. MP commands very secure.
Very secure.
Very secure.
I don't. So at this point, I have no idea at all what is going on in this match at all. They're banning. I don't know. The refs just like we've pinged them twice. They're on DND. Somebody DM this dude on Osu. Actually, unironically, somebody go on Osu and DM the ref. Be like, yo. They're on freaking DND.
I wrote in the sheet at ref, please.
I know.
I have to get my client open. I really run it.
No.
This is. I'm wondering. Yeah, this is just a. They're giving us time to go through these teams.
Go to chat. I have a. What is this? Why do I have this MP?
Anyone want to play Lethal Company while we wait for the ref? No.
How do you start a new message? Do you have to go to profile?
On what?
On the website.
On the website, yeah. Click the message mail icon thing.
If I go to chat, it just goes to my existing messages.
Yeah, that's fine. Like that's the new chat thing. If you want to create a new one, then you need to like scroll to the like create new message thing. Like here, hold on.
I'm just gonna go to their profile and do it from there.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a
MP,
weird system.
Ad ref ILW8 Liz.
Oh, I'm in.
Oh, we're in?
Jeez. Okay, all right, we're good. We have an ad ref now. All right, excellent. We have Hard Rock 1, Nomad 1 banned out by Costco Hot Dog, Nomad 2 banned out by Black Belt. Waiting on their second, it's going to be Nomad 6 as their second ban. Another Nomad 2 ban. It's gonna be like highest percentage ban map I've seen in a group stage ever. That is now 25. 25 Nomad 2 bans. I need to look at last year's. I need to look at last year's to see what percentage the most banned map was in group stage last year. Because now I'm very curious. Map pool. Oh my God! Last year okay, so 73 matches played because there were so many forfeits last year in group stage. Holy shit, there were 20.
That's a
forfeits.
lot.
Yeah, there were 52 bans of the DT4 last year, which was Les Fils Balancen. I don't remember that map at all, but it was banned 52 times in 73 matches. This year, the Nomad 2 has been banned 25 times in 34 matches, so make of that what you will.
That is very interesting. What are we thinking for bans for these two teams here? Because
it's already done, so it doesn't matter.
What do we think?
Well, we think it's going to be mechanics bans from Costco Hot Dog. I think they're going to ban out AIM, maybe Nomad 1, maybe Hard Rock 1, stuff like that. And I think Black Belt probably bans... Well, somebody's got to ban Nomad 2, so we're going to see a Nomad 2 ban. And then maybe they ban like a gimmicky type of map, like maybe the Nomad 6. That might be an idea. And we're going to go Nomad 4 first pick, Costco Hot Dog. So they get a gimmicky map kind of thing banned against them, and they're going to first pick into a tech glidery map with a little bit of weird tapping stuff as well. Why no fail? No clue. Because we like no fail here. Verx, number 37, somebody, Darwin and Daniel for Costco Hot Dog. Gonna be Zubs, Korean, Malako, Defons, and Roman for Black Belt. Where's my group standings tab? There it is. So Black Belt wins this, they go 3-0. They go out of groups no matter what, and it would mean that Costco Hot Dog versus Tidal Wave decides the second and third place results. If Costco Hot Dog pull the upset here, things get very interesting because then you'd have Black Belt at 2-1, Costco Hot Dog 2-0. Tidal Wave 1-1, of course, regardless. And hopefully they just decide to use no fail so we can move on and get into things.
Yeah, let's just grab the mod and go. It ain't that deep.
Yeah,
it ain't that deep.
I just fucking pick them.
All right, number 37 and Darwin on the hiddens, Zubs and Roman on the hiddens for Black Belt, Malako, Defons, Verderix, and Daniel. Damn, Daniel on the none modification. Verderix with the early break right at the start, not what you want to see. But Zubs follows it up. Oh my Zubs, brother, guy, just completely missed time that stream. He's at 60 act. Defons with the early break as well. So it is Korean, Malako, and Roman against number 37, Daniel, and Darwin. Make that number 37 and Darwin. Guys, you haven't gotten the thing yet. Okay,
the thing is not here.
Here it is, the thing.
Sliders.
Zubs, Roman, and Daniel all break, but Verderix, number 37, Darwin holding along with Korean, Malako, Roman, and Defons. So not a lot of breaks there.
Yeah, this is going surprisingly well for these two teams, considering what we've seen from some higher level teams. Corion's gonna go the wrong way on the slider.
Wait,
oh my gosh, it's a full team this.
What did they even break on? What was that reset for the other three? I don't even know.
Nah, this is insane. Nah, Verderix is just the GOAT. Nah, it's
Verderix is so good.
Never mind. I'm sorry, Verda. It's Darwin, the GOAT, number 37.
Darwin and number 37 are actually insane in the membrane. Yeah, that axe is real good. No, I mean, this is number 37 on Hidden, so to be fair, like, this is his playground. This is what he's very, very well known for. Yippee! Yippee! Stop being mean!
All I can think of when you did that is that, like, that meme sound, the, like, yippee! That whatever the hell that's from. I need to... Yeah, I don't know what that's from, but it's all I'm thinking about now. Oh, double
Darwin both break! They're up by 6 million. Defons breaks. It's not, I don't think, enough combo on Korean Malako. No, Daniel still has enough combo.
Yeah. This is it. This is Costco Hot Dog with the first point.
Good first pick. Well chosen. Well selected.
Yeah, this is quite the impressive selection against a team like Black Belt, who has a pretty strong roster for most picks on here. Costco Hot Dog really flexing their muscles at the start of this match with a very respectable, even team score, actually. All their players are going to kind of end up within the same range here. Bird is going to end up in the 4 mils finally, right there, just at the end with that combo. He will chain miss that entire last pattern, but he makes it, and that's a big point for the D seed.
Yeah, it's really important to get off on the right foot here. Start off the match with a win on your first pick. Always gonna be nice. It's kind of the upside of picking first, right? You get that. You're just always in the lead, you know?
I like that. I like having the control over the match, I think. I think it starts to become a little bit rough if you ever let a break point slip sometime in the match, but as long as everything goes quote unquote according to plan in the match and you trade picks back and forth, not only does it let you start the match off with a little bit of maybe team morale, like getting that pick on the board, you're actually the first one to get to match point should that situation arise as well on your own pick, which I think is a pretty powerful thing to have. If you think you're a team that has a good shot on a tiebreaker, if that scenario does arise and you can get there first, I think that gives you a bit of power over the other team.
Yeah, there's been endless discussion, about value of first versus second pick. And I think it's a little bit situational where you are in the tournament, how close you think a match is going to be. Like if you and just like your ability to be strong with momentum. If you are a team that like wants to be in the lead and think you can play well from in front, then definitely take that first pick. If you want to have that nice like, okay, we have last pick to try to close out the match or to try to close a tiebreaker, force a tiebreaker, like then you might go second pick. But
yeah,
it's like in tennis when I was a competitive player, like I always wanted to serve first. Because you get up to that 1-0 lead, if you hold serve in the first game of the set, and it's just a good way to start. But I know some people that also always wanted to start receiving and serve second. So, like, definitely one of those areas where personal preference plays a big role.
I think there's some truth to it, though.
Yeah.
Like, having first choice of something, in a lot of different things, it does give you just, even if it's not real, this perceived advantage, though. Like, even if I use, like, an example of something that I would be used to, like actually let me use something universal. Like if you watch like the Olympics or something, or if you watch sports at all, like track and field or something, right? The runners with better times get like the inside lanes, right?
Like the
outside.
Middle,
you get like the outside lane, I thought, right?
Yeah,
like,
I think it's middle. I think I believe you go middle if you're the fastest times. You go like
is it staggered?
You go like lane 4, lane 5, because then you're in.
In swimming, you would have lane 4 and lane 5 the fastest times.
Yeah, I think it's the same way in track as well, where you want to be in the middle and like that's optimal. But there's probably people out there who like being on the edges regardless.
But yeah, so like you get like the more optimal position though if you're a higher performing. Athlete. I think it like same thing in rowing too, which is something that I used to do. Like you'd get the best lane if you had the best time going in, from your early stages, like in groups. So, it does matter, I think, in here, and I think there's some truth to it. So being able to have that control in that, that start of, here we know where we want to go. Now, what's your move type thing, and I think Black Belt, they're going to start off pretty good with this pick here. I think they've got a great roster for these like alt-style old DT maps.
Yeah, guys, they played this in their previous match and I think looked pretty strong on it if memory serves. This is a team you would expect to do quite well in these types of picks. That being said, I mean, you've got players who should be good on this on the other side as well, but yeah, I think the confidence level a little higher for Black Belt on a map like this, even with that early break from Roman. You had an early break from number 37 as well, so it's just a trade, not a big deal.
Yeah, just a bit of a rough start for those two at the beginning of this map. It looks like they're pretty comfortable, and I wouldn't imagine either of those two players are particularly like out of their range on this sort of map. They're both pretty good at this thing. So I one big break will come soon, though, like in this section right here. Yep, there it is. It's a trade.
It's just a straight-up trade.
Same note, I think, too.
Yeah,
looks like they have the same combo.
Very near. So you've got Verderix at the 90 AC. You've got Costco Hot Dog holding the FC. Zubs and Defond as well. And then you've got number 37 and Roman matching each other on the non-FC big combos. But this is going to stay basically dead even. No combo advantage. I mean, oh, it's a Darwin and Verderix double break. Never mind. Now it's going to run on over to Black Belt side.
Ooh, Verda having a lot of trouble with those overlapping patterns right here. Costco Hotdog, the hero of their team right now. Look at this, FC left up. Unfortunately, he's going up against a double FC, almost triple, with Roman just finding that very early break here. So not much he's going to be able to do by himself. Number 37, again, close behind, but that's basically just Roman and number 37 matching each other. So it's one uncontested FC right now. And then Corian with that 300 combo now. Very good accuracy, far above whatever Darwin and Verda are going to be able to put up right now with 91 and 93.9. So this is looking pretty good for Black Belt.
Yeah, it's a rough accuracy for those members of Costco Hotdog. If the misses weren't enough, they're holding some pretty iffy accuracy as well. Cremalco does break, but subs and defons matching the FC from Costco Hotdog, exceeding the big combo from number 37. And then you've got Roman just for good measure. And yeah, there goes subs, but whatever, you know, it really doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, it's two big combos against two big combos. There's not any room for a comeback here.
I'm freaking impressed by Costco Hotdog right now. What a play from the captain.
I think he's got the second best combo, or second best act in the lobby behind Cremalco, but he had an FC and Cremalco didn't, so...
Exactly, get owned, Corian. Costco Hotdog's the new sheriff in town. I don't know what that even means, but I said it, and now it's here to stay. I put it out into the universe.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't matter because Black Belt won the point regardless, and they will take the 1-1 tie now, one pick per team. Both looking pretty reasonably good on their first selection, though. I would say Costco Hotdog's first pick, I think, was a little more definitive of a win than Black Belt's was.
Yeah, not bad, though. But, you know, again, it could have been closer. Like, number 37, just with that one unfortunate break really early, kind of closed the rest of it out there, too. And then they really just needed either Darwin or Verda to be able to find a bit of a combo through that back and forth overlap section, but neither of them really looked super comfortable there. So I think that was just a matter of not having that third player that they needed on Costco Hotdog. They're going right in for that null mod 7 next up, so we're going to be seeing the quad A card nation. This is the AR9, not reading gimmicky enough that it matters.
Big fan of this pick. We've been seeing our decent amount of it. Feels like it's kind of fallen off a little bit, but I like this selection here. Costco Hotdog gonna stick to their guns with the kind of slightly gimmickier maps and maybe trying to stay in the Nomad pool as well. There will only be 2 Nomads left after this one due to the triple Nomad bans. And I don't know that they go Nomad 3. They could theoretically think about Nomad 5 after this if they want to stay in the Nomad pool again. But yeah, I kind of like this. The low BPM, flowy cut, aim, stream kind of thing. I'm cool with it. I like this one from them.
This is good for them, I think, too. You know, I'm with you. This is definitely the type of map where I would expect them to perform pretty well on. You know, the question, I guess, always being, how's that consistency across the team, right? You know that Costco Hotdog has players for this sort of thing, but do they have 4 players for this sort of thing? Or, you know, even 3, because you pick out, you know, number 37, or even like Verda, who are normally pretty good at this gimmicky style of map, and... you know, where are their other 2 players sitting? How confident are they, especially against a pretty seasoned tournament team like Black Belt and an A seed at that, who you know are basically going to have a full roster for every pick.
You know what Costco Hotdog needed? They needed Gonza.
They did need Gonza.
If they had number 37 Vertex Gonza +1 on some of these picks, holy moly.
That would be crazy, actually.
Or Suntan. Where's Suntan? Is he on it?
Just one other Chilean player.
Gonza is on Tidal Wave, who is also in this group. Conveniently enough, they'll be playing them in an hour. And Suntan is not playing.
Oh.
That's pretty funny, though.
So they could have, but yeah, that is actually crazy to hear that they've got that. You know, I think that with the roster they have, they're still going to be able to have a pretty decent time on this pick. I don't know of any player that is, you know, going to be particularly uncomfortable on this sort of thing. It's just, again, a matter of, you know, holding that consistency right across your roster. Can you put up the scores that you need to match up with your teammates should you not be one of those, like, primary performers on a pick like this, which, you know, does tend to happen in these early stage matches, right? Especially when you're running with D seeds still, and, you know, some of these lower seeded teams, they do, you know, tend to have a rough time finding all of the players sometimes, but we'll see. Another season tournament team here, so nothing crazy.
And in we go. early break from Defons as well as Roman right at the start. So it's going to be advantage Costco Hot Dog in the intro, and only the intro, as our names get moved back down a little bit so you can see Roman, that bottom left UR bar a little better now that we're just two of us here.
They're in. I mean, if the beginning is any indication of how the rest of this pick could go, I mean, this might be, and never mind, it is no longer an indication. Oh, maybe.
We're all missing. There goes Zubs, Korean Malco, Darwin, and Daniel. 2v2 on the board, number 37, Inverterix versus Defons and Roman.
Well, those are the two I mentioned at the start of this map. You're looking for that top row there on the side of Costco Hot Dog here, but Defons and Roman, two very good players for this sort of pick here. Sitting a little bit lower on the accuracy, however, so maybe not quite as confident as Roman finds a break, and that's big for Costco Hot Dog as well.
That's huge. Costco Hot Dog now has 2 FCs to 0, and a decent backing combo on Darwin. That's matching Zubs. So you've got a pretty huge combo advantage halfway through if you're Costco Hot Dog looking for the 2-1 lead on your own second pick here.
That is massive from Costco Hot Dog to keep in this match against an A seed and the early kind of picks here. That's everything, right? You really can, once you let a match slip away, in these best of nines, there's really no coming back from that unless you just have this like super power move roster. That's a big set of breaks there.
That's a 4-way reset for Costco Hot Dog, but it's a double reset for Black Belt as well. They need 5 million points to be gained out of Korean Malco and Defons in the last few seconds. I don't know if that's enough time, but this is going to get a little closer than Costco Hot Dog might have liked. It's going to get close. It's 3 million. It's a break from Zubs. Darwin trades. And it's going to be too little too late for Black Belt. Boy, that's going to be close, though. Only 1.5 million points by the time all is said and done. But that's all it takes. Costco Hot Dog 2-1 stays in the lead.
Very respectable from the D seed, again, continuing to impress in this match. Again, just further serving to reinforce the point that seeding really doesn't mean everything in a group stage like this. You've got a lot of good tournament players, especially when the stakes are this high compared to previous years in Hippo Cups where the groups are a little bit smaller and there's less teams available to make it in to the bracket stage. You see a lot of these teams with people that really show up and do what they need to do, and right now, Costco Hot Dog, they are giving themselves the best shot possible at making it through this group stage. Again, already with a win on the board, they're looking pretty solid in order, right? Because I think what we talked about what needed to happen into this group, right? If Costco Hot Dog loses this match, I think they play Tidal Wave last? Is that the last? Yeah. So they could still make it through this group even with a loss here. And honestly, if they somehow lose this match, or even if they could, because we're talking hypothetical there, they will have more points on the board than Tidal Wave will going into that final match, which does give them a little bit of leeway in a one-on-one matchup there. They do still need to find the win, but it does, it helps them out a bit for now.
Yeah, it's going to become a very interesting sort of scenario, just because like that match will matter regardless. Because that match will either determine if Costco Hot Dog can win the group, or it'll determine what teams get second and third in the group. So no matter what, Costco Hot Dog versus Tidal Wave will be an important match for Group E. But yeah, a little bit of it is going to depend on what the final score is of this one, as you mentioned. So a lot on the line here as we head into a Hard Rock 3 pick for map number 4, second pick from Black Belt, who I think they're through regardless. They already have 11 points in their favor. They need one more point to go through regardless, I think. I think is how that goes. It'll come. We'll worry about it in like an hour though.
Definitely something. Yeah, something that will be up and coming, but this is a big one for Costco Hot Dog here. Assuming all things stay even here, you really kind of expect the A seed to win their matchups in these early stages, but, which is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think Costco Hot Dog getting the win on this would be a bigger upset than anything I think we've seen in quite a while here. So, there's some stuff on the line here, but this is definitely going to be quite the matchup here for Costco Hot Dog, as the nerves might start to kick in when this match progresses here. The first Hard Rock that we'll be seeing in this match so far. D time.
It's D time. It's D time. Zub, Scream, Malco, Roman, and Defon. Is that? Are they just using the same four every? Am I going crazy? It's just the same people. We haven't seen anyone else, have we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we've only seen this four. No, I'm pretty sure we've only seen this four. So we're gonna continue. It's gonna be a Mega Origins and Bazinga's Dead breaking early on. What is that dude's name? Riley Sage? I guess that's Riley Sage, just backward. I don't know why. Costco Hot Dog still in. Yo, how many people are gonna get Soul Sider?
Oh, so many.
I would say at least one minimum, because it's always been at least one.
At least one. Also, is that... I swear that name is a... Is that a name change? I'm checking. Big slider break from Zubs and Omega Origins there before the slow slider, though.
Bazinga's Dead broke right before Omega Origins, I think, broke on it. So it's triple FC for Black Belt and 1 FC for Costco Hot Dog. Safe to say, I think this one's pretty much in hand for Black Belt.
Yeah, this is one of those maps where, you know, you find that miss halfway, and unless you see a trade pretty close to that, it's going to be hard to get back into the swing of things here. Once again, though, it is Costco Hot Dog being the only person on his team who can play it, as Stefans finds a big break. Unfortunately, it's traded out with 2 players on Costco Hot Dog, and now a third on Omega Origin, so what more can he do as he finally finds a break, unfortunately, there. But by far the best player on his team for this pick. Not quite enough against the double FC.
Yeah, not a lot you can ever do against a double FC when you've got 3 players who are not having a super great time, unfortunately. And wow, there's a couple late breaks from Black Belt. They are going to have Cream Malco as the only FC left, but, you know, whatever. Just doesn't matter.
Does not matter in the end. They've done more than enough here. I mean, they basically doubled the team score of Costco Hot Dog here. And again, you know, another type of thing where you need more than one player, right? This is kind of something we saw in the last match that we just streamed up here, where you cannot have one person and expect to win maps in a group stage here. And, you know, on this map, it was Costco Hot Dog versus the world, right? I mean, the rest of his teammates were well behind him. And even then, Costco Hot Dog just barely coming up short of 10 million, which is still lower than the 2 FCs on the side of Black Belt. So, you know, it's the first rougher pick we've seen from them so far. But again, it's Black Belt's pick, so there's not too much for them to worry about here. They're just going to want to continue the same trend that we've seen thus far, which is them putting up good scores on their own picks here and really just trying to trade this match back and forth, right? Because that's that first pick advantage that we talked about.
And with that first pick advantage, they're going to go free mod 4. This is the least touched map in this pool by a massive margin. We finally have it showing up again. So it is going to be Cat's Enough, Lavender's Extra. I don't know that I've personally seen this on stream more than, I think, 1 total time. It's been picked a grand total of 4 times, so, like, yeah, just not a popular one.
It's a good song, though.
Oh, I love this song. That's why I'm sad that it's been picked so little. This and Chiro Chiro are just hand in hand. You've got 7 total picks and bans for both of them now.
Chiro Chiro goes so hard.
I know. Didn't we see Chiro Chiro several times on the first day when we were commentating? We've just never seen it since.
Yeah, it's been picked so little.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I know, I would have thought Chiro Chiro would have showed up more, but I guess we did talk about a little bit maybe that map just being slightly easier than some of the alternative options in this pool for, you know, teams that might like to pick that sort of thing. So, you know, they might just be opting out of going for a map that is potentially contested in that way, which is, I think, fine in a group stage. You know, you never want to take too many chances.
Chance being taken here, though. And as we wait on the players to ready up and get going, I will say that over in the other match, we have least German team leading Live Laugh Love 2-1. They got an early break point, but it did go right back over. So they're on pick order with the next pick to go to Live Laugh Love to try to tie it back up at 2 apiece. That one off stream as we have this guy going on here. Coming down to the proverbial wire on the final day. And I think we've got 8 players in lobby, so we should be getting ready to go here. We've got Corian, Malika, Roman, Zubs, Defans, Shock and Awe, I know. Verdurx, Bazinga's Dead, Daniel, and Darwin for Costco Hot Dog. Gotta keep your nose out in front here if you're Costco Hot Dog. As you said, giving up a break point when you're the first pick always feels pretty rough. And so here we will go. It's going to be the Hidden on Verterix and Darwin, the Hard Rock on Korean Malco and Defons. Interesting, 2 Hiddens versus 2 Hard Rocks. Not the way these free mods have generally been going, but it's a different sort of map, so perhaps that plays into it.
We'll see as we get into it here. You know, the teams that we do, I think we've been like so seasoned to see over mods on these free mods so far that it almost seems weird that teams would just, you know, follow the ruling to a T. But, you know, with experienced players like this and, you know, teams that I think they know what they're looking for and they're not willing to take chances in a group where this is really going to matter here. Playing it safe is definitely, I think, acceptable in cases like this, more so than what we see otherwise. It looks like it's working out well for both of these two teams here so far. Nothing crazy for breaks.
Yeah, this is scary, man. No breaks at all as of yet. This is going to be... I mean, I don't want to say it's not like a long map, but it's... Actually, no, this is one of the longer maps that we've seen. There have not been many picks around this 4-minute range, so this is kind of the exception. Where it's 3 minutes 45 seconds long, does build up a lot longer than some of the other maps here. And man, you've got 550 combo on everyone in the lobby, third of the way through. And that score is basically dead even. It's like the slightest ACK lead for Black Belt with a couple of SSs still up there. But it's going to be about the breaks. It's sooner or later, somebody is going to have to miss on something for sure.
Somebody will. We just hope it's not on one of these two teams.
Yeah, I want to see an 8-way. I want to see an 8-way. It's been a long time.
That would be absolutely wild to see an 8-way FC on something like this, but we've got so much map left to go. Like you were saying, you know, that first break is going to mean the world, assuming we don't see... And it's Daniel! That's tragic! Oh, gosh. No trade, though. Sometimes we've seen trades from players here, but nothing to match that one.
And that's a big one. That's 900 combo lead for Black Belt. And they're going to run out to a bit of a lead here already. 5 million halfway through. It's going to have to be a break from Black Belt at some point here if Costco Hot Dog wants to have a chance at coming back in this one. So far, the 4-way doing its job. This is going to get scary as that lead continues to grow with a 900 nearly combo, or 800 combo advantage. So, oh boy.
This is bad. It's not the scenario.
Bad, not good.
Yeah, bad. Very bad. Double bad. This is like ultra bad if
Black
you are Costco Hot Dog.
Especially because Black Belt is just chilling on this 4-way. It's now 14 million points in the lead.
Those
scores get so big with this much combo. It's Defons. Okay, there is the break, but that's already, it's a 15, 16 million point lead. So it's got to probably be another break because Daniel only has 500 combo, right? That's not going to bring back this lead by any stretch of the imagination. So it needs to be a second break from Black Belt. Instead, Daniel goes again, and that's just a trade back, and that means it's level in terms of combo, and that's all Black Belt really need.
It's not the end of the world for Costco Hot Dog, especially with Corian.
Okay. Now you've got a 1500 combo advantage for Costco Hot Dog. How fast can this combo come back? It won't. It's Darwin breaking, Verterix breaking, Defons breaking, and now 2 FCs to 1. Bazinga's dead. All that is left against Roman and Zubs and Black Belt are going to take the first break point of the match. It's going to give them a 3-2 lead.
Well, not something unheard of from an A seed, and honestly, you know, a good performance from Costco Hot Dog aside, definitely a bold pick to pick a very long consistency-based map like Kadanoff into an A-seeded team. You know, this is their comfortable range, right? You know, you need some of the more gimmicky, outlandish type picks in these matches here, and unfortunately, letting that point slip away means that they're going to now have to start clawing their way back into this match just a little bit, but not the end of the world for Costco Hot Dog here. They've looked pretty good across the board. You know, I guess it's not out of the question to say that there is a chance that they might be able to pick up a break point on something that Black Belt chooses to go for.
And there are still plenty of maps left in this pool, right? You've got a couple no mods, you got a couple hard rocks, you got a ton of DT and free mod, like a lot of options here. So it's going to be an interesting question of where Black Belt goes next. They went DT5, Hard Rock 3 as their first couple of picks. And what's Costco Hot Dog going to do with their final pick? They get one more pick regardless, but it's going to have to be a good one.
It is going to have to be a good one, and, you know, winning those 2 picks in a row for Costco Hot Dog right now, again, that's big for them, right? You know, we talked about the fact that they don't really necessarily need to win this match in order to make it through this group, but you definitely need to, you know, take a couple extra points if you can, if you're Costco Hot Dog, right? Because that's that tiebreaker spot if you really do come down to the top seed and the second seed. It would require Black Belt to lose the last match, I believe, but, you know, Costco Hot Dog, they're in it to win it here, and if they're doing this well against an A seed, man, I am actually pretty scared for their opponent after this, playing against, was it Tidal Wave? They are going to have a rough time against this team, despite being a B seed.
Yeah, these are all very competitive matches in this group. These top 3 teams, very closely fought. It's going to be another DT here. It's going to be Black Belt opting into that DT3. So we will get Beyond the Earth. We've seen our fair share of a pretty short finger control tapping map.
Ooh, time constrained on Black Belt here. They're really trying to close this one out as fast as possible here. I guess this is their game, right? You know, once you get to this point in the match, pick the short and hard maps and then, you know, kind of run with it, which, you know, as an A seed is a pretty decent strategy when you're playing against lower seeds who, you know, don't really have DT players. You know, Costco Hot Dog really not running with a lot of the faster players that, you know, we see on some teams. It's a pretty decent area for them to go for, I think. But no complaints about the performance from Costco Hot Dog in this match thus far. They've been doing well for themselves. They are going to have to find a, you know, a breakpoint somewhere, and I guess if there was technically a higher chance of finding a breakpoint on something, it would be a shorter map like this one here, where anything can happen.
Yeah, this is a map that we've seen, I feel like, quite a varied sort of performance level on, right? Some teams are super comfortable, you see triple FCs and stuff, and other teams, like, you see 0 FCs. So the kind of volatility of this one could play into the favor of a team needing a break point. But at the same time, you've got some pretty solid tapping players on this Black Belt roster. You've got guys who are good with the finger control, so it could be a bit scary. Costco Hot Dog trying to avoid going down multiple match points. It's going to be number 37, Riley Sage. I keep wanting to rate that as Riley Saga or something. Riley Sage. Costco Hot Dog. Who's the 4th? Who's the 4th here? Who will be the 4th here? Daniel, apparently, will be the 4th here.
Daniel is in. It makes sense, I think, for that team.
Riley Sage is all there's an author named Riley Sager.
Really?
Not the same person. Riley Sage Jewelry. Riley Sage on Instagram.
Riley Sage on Instagram, probably
like
not that one.
2 different accounts with that name.
What is Riley cooking?
I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's Nissan. We get our first sighting of a different player for Black Belt.
That's actually crazy. That's insane. The fact that this is the first time that they've used a player besides their set roster.
Yeah, well, makes sense for a map like this.
Yeah,
so
you're
good
right.
at these older kind of tapping maps.
I respect it. I mean, you know, if you've got a good team, you know, I guess you've got the confident roster that can play most things, and then in a group stage, you know, if you can avoid using some part of your roster, it might be okay to just, you know, let people chill out in group stages and then be like, all right, now kick it up in bracket stage. Because they've got a lot of good bracket stage players on the side of Black Belt. Here we go. This map will be decided pretty quickly, I think. You know, we generally see who flounders on the finger control here relatively fast. Here we go.
Will we see breaks on the initial finger control section? None so far. A little bit of a combo advantage for Black Belt. There goes Daniel. Number 37 had broken right at the start as well. 4 FCs now to just 2 and a pure FC backing them up, but all you need is 1 on a map this short. You can get all you need out of 1 miss. And there goes Riley Sage as well, and it's now all number 37 and Costco Hot Dog gonna do what they can But against a four-way, what they can do is lose, unfortunately.
Tragic. Not the scenario that you want to see here, but, you know, again, this is kind of the gambit of the upper-seeded teams, right? Is being able to pick these short, slightly more difficult picks and just rock out these four-way FCs because that's what, you know, they have the skill level of. And now it's danger territory for Costco Hot Dog, the scenario that you don't want to be in. They are guaranteed at least one more of their own pick, which again is just smallly due in part to them taking that first
four-way?
pick.
That's a four-way.
It is a four-way.
That's a four-way.
I'd love to see four-ways.
It's too bad Nissan and Roman had not great accuracy, but it's still a four-way.
Good performance from Black Belt from the AC. They're really trying to lock this in a little bit more now. You know, we saw them maybe floundering a little bit at the start of this match against a D seed, which, you know, you'd never like to see, but they have cleaned it up a little bit. They're putting up the scores, I think, that we have come to expect of a roster of these players. And now I think we're in a bit of danger territory.
Yeah. It's a bit of a pickle here for Costco Hot Dog. Down to their last pick. Down 4-2. You don't have to win this match, but it would certainly be nice.
Make this very easy for them.
Hard. I don't think you go hard rock. I hate to say this, but it's probably a free mod 2 pick.
Something along those lines, probably.
I don't want it to be a free mod 2 pick because that map is, I'm sorry, very, very boring. But
I mean, what do you go for here if you are Costco Hot Dog? Like, what is the plan after you are now down a break point against your A seed in your group and you need to win one more map? Where does this go?
Yeah, I mean, no, I think it's free mod 2. I don't know. I mean, it's not free mod 3. It's not DT1. It's not DT2. Not DT4. I think it's DT6. I don't think it's free mod 3. I don't think it's any of the mechanic stuff. Okay, it's gonna No Mod 5. Well, we mentioned this earlier as being a pick that they might opt into. It is another gimmicky no mod. Reading requirement quite heavy on this one, so I get it. They won their first 2 picks both on no mod, slightly gimmicky maps, no mod 4, no mod 7. This one quite different, of course, the overlap heavy reading, but it is another no mod map. It is going to require a different sort of skill set than some of the picks that Black Belt has been performing so well on.
Well, I actually totally forgot that this was an available pick left for this team, and I think that this is actually quite a good map to have left in here. I was not expecting them to have something like a reading pick available to them at this stage in the match, or at least they would have maybe picked it so far. We talked about Costco Hot Dog maybe having some pretty decent gimmick players to go up against a team like Black Belt, and you know, if there was ever a scenario where you could take advantage of that on a last map here, maybe getting a little bit complacent on the A seed here, you know, you got one map left and you don't really know what's going to happen after that.
Question is, like, this feels like another kind of volatile one.
Potentially.
There are some players that are good at this map, and like, you can be good at this map and still end up struggling. Also, there's just noticing in this other match, like, they're literally at 2-2 in 45 minutes.
Wow.
And they have another match that's scheduled on the hour in 15 minutes. Oh, it's 3-2 now. That is a slow freaking match. Holy cow. Well, Live Laugh Love is playing. I'm not surprised. That team is super troll.
Little slow. Snail team, if you will.
And then team that... Okay, so Costco Hot Dog is going to get an hour off after this one. Roughly.
That's a good break.
But we'll see. Golf coming out in chat from Darwin. There still needs to be a fourth for Black Belt. It looks like Defons is their missing member unless they want to put Nissan in. Oh, it's going to be Nissan.
Huh.
Nissan Loe are overlap reading in? I'm not sure, I guess.
Nissan respect player.
True.
We'll see how that goes. I'm scared for Black Belt on this for no reason other than number 37 exists on Costco Hot Dog. Known for being good at this sort of map here, this like awkward aim reading style here. I'm surprised that someone like Verda is maybe not playing this map. Like, I think I could have seen Verda. Playing something like this. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Okay.
Nothing.
Breaks from Roman and Zubs.
That's big for.
There's Bazinga's dead, but it's still 3 FCs to 2.
Well,
again.
Our friends on Costco Hot Dog not doing too bad. I mean, 2 FCs to 2 drops here. Zubs is going to miss again, which is only going to serve to help them a little bit more here. So this might have been the right pick for Costco Hot Dog at the current venture. Break from Corion and Nissan there is going to make this even worse for Costco Hot Dog.
Yep. Still a triple FC. These guys are just gaming, huh? You wonder why they didn't pick this sooner if they're this strong on it, but let's see if they keep this up, because the map gets harder, and there are 3 breaks. Bazinga's dead, Darwin, Daniel. Yeah, this second verse, man, people just struggle. Number 37 doing his job, keeping them alive with the 1 FC against the 500 or so combined combo from Corion and Nissan. In the next guy we're gonna go, number 37 is huge right now, man.
This is what we talked about. Oh no, that is not the combo you wanted to see break, but Corion and Roman do trade it out. So it is Nissan trying to battle it basically against every single combo on Costco Hot Dog right now. And Zubs finding a break is going to help them just a little bit more. They've got about a 9 million score gap, which may be enough to just bring them into the ending here as long as number 37 is able to build up a little bit more combo on the side here. I think Costco Hot Dog may have done just enough.
It's going to be tight here with Nissan holding on to that 550-ish combo, but you've got Daniel and number 37 kind of matching it. The thing is that Darwin have been having a lot of trouble, so the backing combo might be able to build up. Wait a minute. Okay, that is a lot of breaks. That was 6 misses. It was only Nissan and Daniel holding. There goes Daniel as well. And there goes Nissan.
Nissan there.
There is no combo on the board. Literally anywhere. The biggest combo in the entire lobby, about 70 for a moment there. And that will probably be good enough because there's just no score to try to bring this back if you're Black Belt. So I think Costco Hot Dog has done the job here. So they're going to ask the question of Black Belt. It's going to be the last pick to them, and they'll have to try to close down their own pick.
I like this. I like this from Costco Hot Dog. They knew exactly what they needed to do, and they brought out their own pick here. The unfortunate thing, though, is that losing that break point has now forced them to get a win on the other team's pick to close the match out, which is not the scenario you want, but a healthy victory on Madhead Love and the D seed, making this look all too possible right now.
Yeah, Black Belt now, last pick of the match to try to close it out and avoid a tiebreaker scenario. They've got options, and I think the options left are probably pretty decent for them. They've got 4 DT maps plus free mod 3, and it's just instant DT1. They didn't even stop to think about it for a moment. The score hadn't even been shown. The ref hadn't even posted the score before they already had that pick in. It is going to be double time 1. as the last pick in this match. That is Meltdown, 250 BPM. You've got burst triples, aim, and it's long. It's 3.5 minutes of DT, so this one's going to test the consistency as well.
I hate to say it, but this might just be it for Costco Hot Dog. They didn't look too good on the previous DT pick, and this DT1 just kind of brings it back to basics, right? Pure mechanics, aim style, bursty DT1 here, and if there's anything that this black belt team is going to be able to just rock out with this roster, it's this DT1, right? I mean, we talked about them not having to use someone like Nissan a lot yet, but there's also one player who could probably rock an FC out on this instantly, and it's Nissan. There he is, hopping in here. A lot of good aim players, a lot of good, faster players, and with Costco Hot Dog kind of running, a little bit shy of players that fill that skill set perfectly here. This is an uphill battle of the last pick.
Yeah, this is asking a lot of Costco Hot Dog the way that this match has gone until now. This is such a challenge for them, and this way the team's skill sets match up is not favorable on paper. But, I mean, hey, you gotta play the maps no matter what, right? Like, you still gotta go out and perform if you're black belt. So
Match is not over.
It ain't over till it's over. And this is 3 points on the board for Costco Hot Dog no matter what, which, is good as well for group standing purposes, because that gets them up to minimum 8 points going into the last match, whereas their opponents will have 6. So you got to keep that in mind as well when you're considering how the group stage tiebreakers may play out in the event that those teams could end up with similar results. But if they because if they lose this, it doesn't matter. It'll just be 1-1 for either team. So it doesn't actually matter. I apologize. I just made a mistake Julia made earlier.
I know, right? It's so easy to take a look at that and be like, oh, but the points, because you're trying to think optimistically, and then
everything's made up. The points don't matter.
Yeah, the optimism only takes us so far, unfortunately, and we'll see what happens. Already a break on the top right there from Costco Hot Dog, and no trades coming out from the A seed to start us off here. Looking pretty good on their own pick at the, we're going to wait and see what happens in this first key eye here as things start to pick up one more time. And this is it. This is the meat and bones of this map here. Anything that can happen will happen now in this section. Daniel going to be finding the break for Costco Hot Dog. Things starting to go downhill rather quickly for them, and Black Belt looking to close this one out.
It's going to be trades. It's going to be number 37 and Zubs, both breaking. That's okay for Black Belt. They've got 3 FCs against 1 as Daniel work as well. Okay. Yeah, this is going to get ugly fast with how big those combos get for Black Belt. It's just the mechanics advantage, right? Costco Hot Dog couldn't afford to lose any gimmick maps because they're pretty heavily gapped on the more mechanic-favored maps. As you're seeing here, it's a triple reset for Costco Hot Dog. Insult to injury. This one, I mean, we're not even halfway through it. It feels like it's already over. It's a 16 million point lead, and Costco Hot Dog not able to establish anything on those combos.
Sadly, our optimistic thinking must come to an end. It looked pretty cool to see a D seed really rocking it against an A seed, but at the end of the day, an A seed is still an A seed, and while they may flounder, we see very few groups in this tournament where the A seed will suffer a loss to a D seed despite losing a couple picks. We've seen a couple, but it's been much more rare.
Yeah, they did not get through, but I don't know if they lost to D seeds.
Yeah, it's rare, if anything, to see it, so, not knocking Costco Hot Dog at all. This performance is quite impressive. 3 points against an A seed who I would not put as a type of A seed to drop a lot of points normally. Yeah. They've had some very good moments here. So, sadly, it'll come to an end, and the A seed is going to be bringing it home, it seems, for the number 1 seed in this group.
Yeah, just taking a look. Both of the A seeds that lost to D seeds did it via forfeit.
Goats
and Riot forfeited to Chibi Chibi Choppa, and Uzbakari forfeited to Ketty in their group. So, yeah, just those forfeits that caused the A seeds to lose to D seeds. Here, much like the other cases, we're just seeing kind of the anticipated result. This one closer than a lot of A seed, D seed. I think that's the benefit of the 32-team group stage instead of 64. The gap from top to bottom is not nearly so large as it normally is in this tournament, where in past years, I mean, I think we've gone entire iterations without seeing a single D seed beat an A seed, which is kind of to be anticipated. And this is kind of why there's going to be a skill set that they're just better on, whether it's mechanics or gimmick, and they can usually use that to their advantage, much the way the black belt has done here, with a double FC coming into the very end from Corey and Malco and from Roman. Costco Hot Dog really couldn't get anything going on this map, unfortunately. 10 million from Riley and 8 million from Daniel, not what they needed on this pick. And going to be the choke at the very end from Corey and Malco. Roman's going to close out the FC. Black Belt's going to close out the match 5-3 final score. They will go to 3-0, their record. They will go to the top of the group, and they will be going onward as the #1 seed out of Group E. Well done to Black Belt. And Costco Hot Dog now will have an hour break until a match that is for all the marbles. The 2nd and 3rd seeds will be determined now based on the result of this one, straight up by how that last match in this group goes. That'll be 20 UTC. And Tidal Wave versus Costco Hot Dog. That will decide who wins, who gets 2nd in this group and who gets 3rd. So a lot on the line there.
Quite a bit. Well done to Black Belt, finally closing this one out here. Costco Hot Dog, they're not out. They're not done. They have one more match and one more opportunity to have things go their way. And I think that, with what we've seen from them thus far, they have a pretty good shot at it.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting one. I'm very much looking forward to how that last match in this group is going to go, because it will be a big one. For now, we're going to take the stream down for literally like 1 minute as we switch over between our two streamers. So congratulations for now to Black Belt on the win. Live, Laugh, Love still in progress against Lee's German team, but that one unfortunately going to stay off stream because of the overlap in times. So we're going to go down for just a moment, and then we're going to come back for Let's Get K Barbecue versus Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki, which is a very important match in Group H. So stick around, don't go anywhere. Stream will be going down and coming back up just about 30 seconds later as we switch over and we continue on to our last couple of matches of the weekend. See you in a moment.